Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my melting basket for the month of March. Now I don't have anything on my nails. Yes, they're a little janky, a little yellow and a little dry. Just took off the old polish, letting the nails breathe for 24 hours before I put something else on it. Anyway guys, if you guys also want a nail polish haul or a nail polish collection, let me know because I have a few new pieces as well. I also have a new way of storing things, so let me know what you guys want. But why you guys are here is actually all about wax. So I want to show you guys my melting basket for the month of March. Now, there isn't not necessarily a theme, but we all know March people like to melt a lot of green. So you're going to see a lot of green. I pulled a lot of green wax melts out from my collection. So they're a little bit from everywhere, but for some strange reason, the majority of my wax to melt for the month of March is actually from Vintage Chic Scents. So apparently almost all of my green wax is from there. So anyway, with that being said, let's just go right into this. I'm actually going to start off with a Walmart wax. This is the only sensational that I can see in my big pile right here that I have to melt that I thought would be appropriate. No, it's not green. It's very much pink, but what it is a nice spring scent. So I'm now into March. I'm going to start melting some more like sweet, like fruitier type fragrances, maybe not tropical, but fruity. So I figured that this one here in the Strawberry Crunch would be a nice kind of ease into spring, but it does smell like a strawberry gelato or something, so I'm very excited about that one. Then I have two melts here from the Bathing Garden. This one here is Ever Apple. Ever Apple. This is a beautiful melt. I don't have any scent note descriptions. It's very much like a circus concession type scent in the sense that there's apple, but there's definitely sweetness in there, caramel, that kind of thing. So I've had this before. I've really enjoyed it. I've recommended it to you guys before, so I had another one. And then the other one here is in the scent Sherbet Scoops. Although it doesn't look green on the top, she green on the bottom. Yeah. And I know some people, it's controversial. Well, not really. It's wax. Let's not get too deep here. It does have a lot of fun little bits on top. They don't necessarily melt, but because I use my freezer method to harden the wax to pop it out, I have no problem with mess. So anyway, this one is not new to me. It's a repurchase. This one here is a new to me scent. So looking forward to diving into this one. So then we have some Better Homes and Gardens to melt in the month of March. Now, some of them have been in my basket for a little while. For example, I actually just recently added this. Although it seems very Christmassy, I thought, you know what? I could melt this. This is from Better Homes and Gardens, the White Peppermint Mocha. And they actually have descriptions on here now, written description. So this one reads, peppermint coffee, sugar cane, frothed milk, whipped cream, and candy cane scent notes. I kind of felt like, some peppermint in the month of March would also be very nice. And we have two staples of mine, which you guys know I've loved over and over again. Whenever I'm in the US, I basically purchase a sleeve or family size packs, which we'll come to here shortly, in these types of scents because they're beautiful. I have both lavender lemonade and I have sugared lavender twist. Both of these are repurchases, obviously, for me, and I will continue to repurchase them as long as they sell them. Then we have this one here. I've had for a little bit. This is the peppermint from the aromatherapy. Now you can get this in Canada. They do have some very limited amounts of the aromatherapy line in Canada, but yes, you can get them there. But this is, again, mint. So green leaves, even though the wax is not green, I'm trying, I'm reaching, whatever. But also, as I mentioned earlier, I want to try to bring in some fruits, starting to bring some fruity scents in. So we have Warm Spring Sunshine, which is very fruity and very lively, and the name, says spring. So I really wanted to add this to the mix as well. No, it's not green, but this is that family pack that I was telling you about. So there's the regular size, which has 6 cubes, in the family pack, which is basically double the size of this one here. So yeah, anyway, I love these ones. This is new to me. And this is new to me, but the sugar lavender twist, the lavender lemonade, and the peppermint from the aromatherapy line are repurchases. Then we have some Zape wax that I pulled. Now, I don't have my collection of Zapes getting smaller and smaller except for coffee. So I do have some coffee scents here to share with you, plus one other scent that I've had for a while that I just want to use. It's more Christmassy. I don't know if I'll get to it. If I don't, it'll just go into like my collection for next year, but this one we'll start off with. This is the White Christmas. There's no scent note descriptions here, but this is pine, pine, pine. Like it's definitely like you are sniffing a bunch of pine needles in your hand. So this is like super fresh, super outdoorsy. Not quite something typically I would melt in the month of March, but it would be something that I would you know, if I do, I do great. It's probably going to go in the bathroom, this one. And these two here are both coffee scents. And this is part of the full size coffee order that I ordered from Zape back in the fall. This one here is in Luke's Diner, and this one's described as fresh coffee, apple cider donuts, and vanilla cream. I've not tried, oh, maybe I have you know what, I may have tried some of these coffee ones, the full size, in like a small little sample size before. Referral, I'm bringing this forward again. This almonds, macaron, fresh baked cookies, and espresso. Again, I love to melt my coffee wax melts on the weekends. It is one of my favorite things to do. So, and the coffee scents will go throughout the entire house. All right, and then we have 4 melts from Destination Wax, 2 of which are green, which clearly I pulled because it's March, and 2 that are not green, but I'm pulling them because I really need and want to go through them. The one I'm saying I might need to go through now, I can save it till next year. This one is the cranberry fig scent. I love cranberry. I can have the cranberry all year round. I love it that much. If I don't melt this, I keep saying that, I just gotta remember if I don't melt this to put it back in my collection. But yeah, so there's cranberry fig, which I've never melted before. I've melted their many blends of cranberry, but haven't tried that one. And then we also have brandied pear, and this one here says sweet baked pears flambéed with a rich cider brandy. So I am looking forward to that. That would be interesting. And the other green one here is Isle of Skye. This is a repurchase for me. I love this one for the bathroom. One little cube here goes in the bathroom melt. This one is fresh mountain air from the Highlands, an eternal blend of light juniper, mint, and vanilla. Love this one so much. And then the last one here from Destination Wax is basically hazelnut coffee. It's self-explanatory. There's nothing crazy about that one when it comes to scent notes. So obviously all around on weekends, and the coffee all the way around on weekends. The brandy pear, cranberry fig will go in like all over the living room area. And then Isle of Skye will go into the bathroom. And then we have some one-offs I'm going to share with you. Now, I brought this forward because when I was in the US, I bought 2 of these for me and 2 for Ramona and 2 for Patricia. We can't get these in Canada. It's from Swan Creek, and I have to say, and honestly, I'm not a fan of soy wax melts. I understand why people use soy in that, and I totally support that. But unfortunately for me, soy wax melts in general, not with this one, but in general, they throw a punch the first couple hours, and then you're like, I thought I was anosmic to it, but no, basically a lot of soy wax melts just peter out very quickly. So with that being said, this is my absolute favorite from Swan Creek, and so I picked up 2 of these for myself. They're huge melts. Now, if I go to show you guys what a typical cube looks like, and this is what one of these ones looks like, I mean, there's a huge difference. This is honey soaked apples, which is something I like to bring forward in September, but I am bringing it forward for the month of March. First of all, it's apple, it's green, it's a green apple. So I just felt like bringing this out. I've had this in my collection now since we drove across the US this summer, and I haven't touched them. I've been so good. So I still have one of these again for the fall, so I don't feel too guilty about using this. But what I was saying about the scent, the throw for soy wax, this does not count. This sucker is strong. Try Tessa True. I've had so many of these. This lasts so long, and you can be down. I was living in a condo and I could smell it down the hall. Like, it was crazy how much this threw. And for the entire time I had it on, I could have turned the warmer off, turned it back on. It would have lasted a couple days, but this is my absolute favorite scent from Swan Creek. And because it's green, we have sea salt and avocado. So it's not normally a scent that I would melt this time of year, but rather because it is green, she is going to get melted now. And I'm a little... There's oils all through. I don't know if you guys can see, there's oils all the way around the edges. So I'm kind of glad I'm going through this. I know that a lot of people have had some issues with oils and Scentsy, so I am glad I'm going to go through these. I'm going to use this up. It is a scent that I absolutely do adore. There's like maybe 4 or 5 scents from Scentsy that I really, really love, and this is definitely one of them. Then we have from Goose Creek. My Goose Creek stash is actually dwindling at an alarming rate. This is the Peach Cobbler Donut. Now, I've had this for quite some time, July 5th, 2021. So I've had this a while, so it's time for me to use it. And I figured, yeah, I'll throw some donut in there in the month of March. Why not? It's not green. Well, it is kind of a bluey green color, so it kind of matches for the theme of this month. Anyway, so I thought I'd just put this in the mix because who doesn't want their home to smell like a donut, right? Am I wrong? Then I have some rainbow melts to share with you guys. I have 2 coffee and 2 non-coffee scents. They're all shapes and they're beautiful. I love her samplers. That's how I generally buy my product from Rainbow Melts. I love their samplers. I have a coffee sampler coming shortly, so I'm super excited about that. Let's go through the coffee. These are nice shapes. I've had them for quite some time. Little sunshines, little sunbursts with happy faces on them. Anyway, I can cut one of these in half and put a half in one warmer. This one here is Cowboy Coffee. This is described as black coffee, campfire marshmallow. This is great. I've had that one before. And I've had this one before as well. This is Coffee Market. Coffee and sweet bakery, cookies, cupcakes. So yum. And then we've got two non-coffee scents here. We have Purple Holiday, which is spiced plum, lavender woods, vanilla bean Noel, which I thought would be really nice in the bedroom area. Cut this up into probably 3 or 4 pieces. It's super thick and really large, so I could probably cut that in quarters and it would do great. And then I have Clark, which is flannel, pine sap, and crackling birch, which I think would be best in the bathroom. I would cut this up in quite small pieces because my bathroom melter is quite small. Like, it doesn't hold a lot of wax. I'll actually try to remember to link that video where I show you guys my most updated wax warmers so that you guys can have an idea what I'm talking about. But yes, I would cut this up into quite a few small pieces because, again, this sheet tick by. And yeah, this will go really, really great in the bathroom. I have just a little tiny bit of this left. Now, I have some interesting updates for you. This is a chopped up candle, 3-wick candle. I will try to remember to link another video where it shows you guys how, like, what I do to chop up my candles. But this is Bath & Body Works Pure Wonder candle, and it was described as ice rosé, star jasmine, crystal amber. It's almost gone. Like, they're almost like little shavings in a couple pieces. So I'll be done this very quickly into March. What I will say though, I'm going to give you a mini review right now, is that this one smells like, if you guys are fragrance lovers in sense of you like body personal fragrance, it smells like Montel and Montserrat, and they are sister companies. There's a screechiness to this when it's cut up. Don't think I'll buy it again. There's just this weird screeching smell that's almost stingy to your nose. So again, that's actually the Pure Wonder candle from Bath & Body Works. I don't get on with that house or those two houses. They are actually the same company, just to, you know, one's cheaper than the other kind of thing. And I don't like those colognes or perfumes, fragrances in general. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase this. It's literally, when I first started melting this, I was taking a second look. It just reminded me of me spraying that perfume and going, oh. So it's not putrid. It's just stingy in my nose. And it shouldn't do that. So I won't buy this again. We're now going to discuss a whole bunch of vintage chic scents. I'm going to break them down because I have a lot. I have this brand and one other brand to discuss after, then we'll be done. Vintage chic scents, or VCS as I will name it from here on out. They're going out of business, but they've given us a 1-year warning. Now it's a little less than a year. They'll be closing down their shop just before the new year of 2024. That being said, I've purchased a lot of samplers in the fall of 2022. And as Blossom bars are being poured at an unlimited amount, I am purchasing only the ones that I really love. Sadly, I have an order that was placed so long ago. It's not VCS or Kirby's fault. I have to put in a claim with Canada Post because it's missing. It hasn't been here. It hasn't moved. The tracking is stopped. It's the weirdest thing. It basically came over from the US to Canada and it's just come to a screeching halt somewhere, likely in Mississauga. It just says Usorda, which is normally the Chicago side. With that said, it does have some of my favorite scents, unfortunately, so I'm really hoping I get that. But anyway, back to the actual what I'm melting. I have 2 coffee ones. This is Aunt Nellie's espresso cupcakes. Espresso beans, rich vanilla cupcake, zucchini bread, and sugar cookies. This is a huge Mama Jamma melt. This is just ginormous. Some of these will have been brought over from last month. I could melt this 8-10 times, cut it into enough to make mini melts. Anyway, long story short, this will go in obviously weekends. I love that one. And this one here is Hopper's Morning Routine, which is remember mornings are for coffee and contemplation. So indulge in glazed donuts drizzled with caramel sauce with the steaming cup of black coffee, just like Detective Hopper. I don't know. Anyway, it's a coffee one. I probably put one of these because they're fairly big, but they're really nicely shaped. One of these in each one of my warmers. So next up in this VCS section is pretty much my green melts that I have. So let's go through them. So this is kind of what inspired me to pull because I had a lot of green apparently. This is Hopelessly Devoted to You, just sweet blackberries, juicy honeydew, and cotton candy frosting. This will go in my great room. These can be cut into 4 pieces. They're pretty big. So there's that one. Then these big maple leaves. And again, I can cut these into multiple pieces per, and there are 2 here. This one here is Sanderson Sisters Green Apple, Caramel, Candy Corn, and Marshmallow. Normally it's a fall scent, but apple, I can do apple anytime. Then we have this little number here, which is Flapper Girl Apple Teeny. So again, apple, I don't mind apple any time of the year. So that's great to pull that out. And this one I had to. This one is Shamrock's Shake. This is mint cream vanilla swirl milkshake topped with whipped cream. So of course we have to have a Shamrock Shake for the month of March. Then we have some purple colored ones from VCS. This one here is in a huge melt. Can cut it into multiple pieces. It's double layered with different colors. Witch's Chair, I've had this before. It's lovely. This is vanilla lace and Vermont honey apple. Love that one. Then we have this one here is Calming Circle, which is sweet lavender vanilla ice cream drizzled with coconut cream. So I'm going to do that. And again, it's those 2 leaves, which you can cut multiple times, likely the bedroom. This one will be the all over room. And let's go through this one, which is Black Flame Candle. This is blackberry jam butter cookies, gooey marshmallows, and campfire. So this will go all the way all around my melts in my living room. This is, again, it's super thick, cut up into many pieces, and it will get spread through all my warmers in the great room. So then we're going to talk about like kind of the bluish, grayish, greenish kind of tinged colors from VCS. We have, this one came over from the last month. This is Fresh Spearmint, likely going to go get chopped up in many pieces and used in the bathroom. This is white out, so Fresh Spearmint is that one. And this one here as well is Vecna, macaron, mint leaves, rosemary, peppermint, and woodsy notes. Again, cut up in multiple pieces because look how thick that is, and put into the bathroom area. Then we have these lovely little clouds called Stevie's Legendary Hair. Again, they're super thick, you guys. There's 2 of them. This is Fabergé shampoo, shaving cream, and Brut cologne. Again, go into the bathroom. I've got a lot of these coming over from last month because I didn't get to a lot of the ones that I wanted to. And this one here is one of my favorite scents. This is Johanna. This is one of the items I did purchase in a Blossom bar that will come to me eventually. This is fresh strawberries blended with rosemary, mint, and shaving cream. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite scents from VCS. As mentioned earlier, she's doing those unlimited pre-orders of Blossom bars, which is like the largest amount of wax you can get from her business. I did buy a couple of these, like Blossom bar size, because Johanna is one of those scents where I can't get from anybody else. Nobody else I know has created it the same. So that's how my mentality is. Because I buy from so many different vendors, I really concentrate on the things that I know I can't get anywhere else quite the same. It's not the same everywhere else. Therefore, stock up on your favorites because it may be the last time I get to smell that. So anyway, Johanna. All right, and then we've got just the last 3 for VCS, and then we've got Super Tarts to go. So we have 3 items left from VCS. So let's go through this. This is Robin's Emotional Support Himbo. I've had this come over from last month. Skittles, Sweet Tarts, Grape, Airheads, and Fizzy Pop. So kind of like it's nice to put a little fizz into your rooms. This one here has also come forward a few times now. This is Central Park Snow Globe, also a scent that I absolutely love. And this is Peppermint Cream Noel. Now, this is one of the scents that, yeah, you can get other vendors that do it, but I do really enjoy Kirby's or VCS, her version of this. So it is one of my favorites. And then we have Falling Rain Suds, which is fresh laundry blended with sweet spun sugar, falling rain, and fluffy marshmallows. Again, huge melts, ginormous. So bathroom melt. Each one of these can probably be broken down like 6 times. That's how small the melter is. So anyway, I will definitely try to get through this too. All right, so let's go on to some Super Tarts here. So this is what I tried to, well, I didn't complete it in the month of February, but I did try a couple pieces or 1 piece of each. Both of these have been repurchases for me. I love these ones. Enjoy them. This one is of Casper, and Casper is toasted marshmallow, vanilla bean Noel, cornbread, and Mexican fried ice cream. Love it. 1 cube of Super Tarts is all you need. So yeah, this is from March of 2021. This is from Wax Wednesday of 2020. These are actually, I think, my last 2 clamshells I have of Super Tarts because I seem to be leaning towards more of the bagged items. And I know that they say it's hard to get these clamshells, but I think also that it's probably just easier for them to use bags. You know, we'll show you the bags in a minute. But anyway, love this one. I've had it before. It's great. Then we have a Sophia. This is pear gelato blackberry jam. I love this one. Again, 1 piece goes either in the great room or in my office space. Just a really great melt. I've purchased this time and time again. Also a melt that I didn't get through for the month of February I'm bringing forward, which is a bathroom melt, which is Zombie. As far as scent descriptions, don't have any. It is more of a lavender, herbally, but sweet scent. And so this is half gone, but I'm going to grab another bag here just to sort of show you what a full bag is. So Super Tarts, you can buy normally they were doing clamshells mostly. Then they would do full band bags, which is this, and a half band bag, which I'd actually assume was probably where I'm at with what's left in here. A full band bag here is are 3 of these. So like the weight wise, they're not all the same shapes or sizes. They are kind of square. These are very square because they're in a mold basically. These ones are all cut up by the owner. So let's get back to this. I love this. I've been melting this zombie scent in our bedrooms, and I'm going to carry it over for the month of March. So that's kind of cool. And then we'll might as well bring this one out. This is Holiday Latte. I've had this in my basket for so long. I just have so many coffee scents, guys. You guys can see where I really love what I love. I had to like really hold back on what coffee scents to put into this basket. So anyway, bringing for a holiday latte for now. Let's see if at last, but it says gingerbread cookies, freshly brewed coffee. So let's see how long. I may or may not get to it. If I don't, I'll see if I can just leave it for the next year holiday season. All right, so then we have one of my absolute all-time favorite scents ever from Super Tarts, probably my favorite coffee, which is Predator. It's described as cappuccino and coconut cream pie. This is great. Just the right amount of coffee, just the right amount of like a bakery note for the pie crust, and then coconut. It's so delicious. I have a couple of these band bags of Predator, so I am so set. Switching up into a tea era. You guys know I love tea, especially chai. So this is Chai Felicia. This was from the 2021 Wax Wednesday, so I received it in spring of 2022. This one is described as chai spice, vanilla donuts, sponge sugar, buttercream, and wassail. So again, it's one of those scents that if I get to it this month, great. If not, I should really just put it away in the collection for next holiday season. But it does smell really great on cold. Then we have a little green flare. We have Alien. This is actually from my latest haul from Super Tarts Wax Wednesday. I'll try to remember to put that video up above as well. This is Alien, which is described as apple cider, vanilla bean, and donuts. This is so great, but it's also green, just like Predator was earlier. So I felt the need to bring this forward. And last but not least, we have one of my favorites, again, is Jasper. I don't have any scent notes. This is like a laundry, fruity, fresh, fruity blend. I love this one. I've had it before many times. That's why I have it in a band bag. Jasper is half green and half yellow, so perfect to bring out for the bathroom melts for the month of March. All right, you guys, that is everything. That was a lot. Anyway, if you guys have any requests for videos, let me know what they are down below in the description. I would love to do all sorts of videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.